Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to another live stream on the Jupiter Robotics YouTube channel. I'm excited to have everybody here, and we're here to talk about a recent Florida competition that just took place. I will be joined by special guests later on. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. I am Jonathan of Team Jupiter Robotics, and I try to say that too fast. All right, I'm the co-captain. If anybody doesn't know who I am, if you're new here, I'm the co-captain of Team Jupiter Robotics. You can call me Jonathan. You can call me Minibot. You can call me whatever you like, as long as you don't call me late for dinner. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in, Wolfman Crab Arms. I am not late. I'm only late if I'm running on my own time. And I decide. Which I am running on my own time, and I decide I'm not late, so therefore I'm not late. The Rocketeer V2, when that was so random, but welcome in, Rough House. Little Rocketeer will be back soon. Not V2. If we did ever get to Rocketeer V2, it wouldn't be anytime soon because we got a lot of parts courtesy of Turnabout. And so we're going to run Little Rocketeer a lot more before we even consider a V2. So there's that. But welcome on in, everybody. So I wanted to hop on here and just talk about a competition that the team recently attended in Ocala, Florida. It was a fun competition. We had a great turnout. Lots of people showed up, had fun, enjoyed some robot fighting action, and it was a blast. It ran very smoothly. We ended on time, which is not as easy as it may sound. To end a competition on time. But that's what happens when you have a lot of help, a lot of amazing volunteers, and we certainly had plenty of them. So if any of our volunteers and everybody that helped make this competition amazing, if you're watching right now, thank you for everything you did at this competition. Wait, on time? Yeah, it actually ended on time. It did. The goal was to end at 6 o'clock. That's what we'd said, and we told all the teams and everybody end time 6 o'clock. We could have ended at 5:30 roughly, but we ended up dragging out the day a little, buying more time for the teams to repair the robots, and just running grudge matches because we had some people wanting to do grudge matches, and so I'm happy about that. You can be on schedule during a comp, apparently, because this is not the first time this has happened. The same thing also happened at the first Ocala event. We actually ended on time, and that time the end time was 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. So we had an earlier end time the first time around, and it still ended on time. Yes, thank you to everyone who volunteered, and welcome on in, Helen. Happy to have you in here. So this was a lot of fun, and all the robots were spectacular. We may even watch some fights. Helen, since you're here in chat, I might actually pull up your channel and watch some of your fights because you had some fun fights at this event. But we'll watch some fight videos later on, and but yeah, thank you to everybody who volunteered. The robots were spectacular. There was amazing hits, lots of cool action, and these events run on a schedule. Yeah. Man, I owe those makers 13 people an apology. Yeah, I owe people an apology myself. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it is an amazing thing to see, and it actually is refreshing and makes me able to sleep at night when I see a competition end on time. But yeah, that's probably going to be the only topic of discussion, was the fact that the event ended on time. But that's what happens when you get a lot of volunteers who are just very generous, very helpful, and overall, thank you to all the teams that showed up. We had a lot of teams. There was not a single no-show for this one. A lot of events do tend to have maybe a few no-shows, like during safety inspections. That's when people will notice, hey, we're waiting on so-and-so. Oh, wait, they're not even here. But yeah, so we didn't have any of that. We didn't have any no-shows. Everybody that was registered to compete showed up and had a good time. And in fact, we actually had the exact opposite of a no-show. Did you know there was an opposite of a no-show? An extra show. So I'll break that down, what that means. So everybody that was set to compete showed up and competed and had a good time. And hopefully nobody felt rushed in between their fights. I don't think anybody did, but because we're really good on time management at this event. Those that were on the wait list, we did have quite a few waitlisted robots in each weight class. We ran ant weight and plastic ant weight. Each class had a wait list with a few robots in each class. If you're on the wait list for a competition, you are not set to compete. You're just kind of waiting to see if a spot opens up for you. Somebody who was on the wait list actually showed up to the event and said, hey, I'm here. I'm registered on the wait list. Can I get in? We let him in. So that's the exact opposite of a no-show, is an extra show. We had an extra robot than what we had bargained for. And it was an amazing thing to have all the extra robots that were let in and still end on time, still have a smooth competition. Everybody had a good time. I was really happy about it. The prizes were amazing. And I do want to say a special thank you to all of the sponsors, Polymaker in particular, for providing coupon codes towards shop.polymaker.com. Hopefully all the winners enjoy those. All of the coupon codes were sent out to all the winners a couple days after the competition had concluded. So hopefully all the winners have enjoyed their prizes from Polymaker. And no, the prizes were not Texas Roadhouse gift cards. They were Polymaker. But yeah, thank you to the event sponsors, Polymaker, Minibot Robotics, and Nosology IT. And also a shout out to the sponsors of Jupiter Robotics, since I'm talking about sponsors, Polymaker, Sandkit, and 48 Designs. Thank you, everybody. Sponsors make everything much better. Whatever it is they sponsor, they make it much better. But yeah, the Polymaker did provide some pretty good coupons for the winners. Hopefully everybody was, hopefully all the winners are happy with their prices. Not only did they get coupon codes towards Polymaker, they also got a cool looking trophy. It looks like this. So this was actually an extra trophy. It does say first place on it, but I did not compete at this event. Team Jupiter Robotics did not compete at this event. This is an extra trophy that was made. And I was told this was the one that was messed up in the CAD design. So I was kind of given an extra trophy. So thank you to the Marion County Maker Collective. Their name is right there on the bottom. This is a cool looking trophy. A horseshoe and a horse head to go with the Thoroughbred theming. Hence the name is Thoroughbred Beatdown. And their logo is on the back as well. Event name right there on the horseshoe. The year. And right there it says first, second, or third, depending on the trophies. But they look really cool. This particular first place trophy is in a gold color with a rusted character, which looks really awesome. But thank you to the Marion County Maker Collective for allowing Firewolf Robotics to host a fun competition at your facility again, and for making these amazing trophies and everything you did. The Maker Collective did an amazing job doing everything that they did. Ugh. I need to shut up every now and then and catch my breath. Let me catch up on chat. If you didn't compete, then how come you won first? Checkmate. Well, I can honestly say I'm so good at the sport of robot combat, I don't even have to compete at a competition to win a first place trophy. I'm kidding. That's my excuse anyway. But no, that was an extra one. They made some errors in the design. So they just kind of gave it to me as a little thank you for your help after we ended the competition. So Rigged. Yep, that's right. Wolfman Crab Barbs. It was rigged. Bot so good it didn't even compete that it won first. There's your sneak peek at Space Junk 2.0. Anyways, but yeah, there's that. The trophies look really awesome, and yeah, great job to the Maker Collective crew for making these. Yeah, exactly. It is so good. Stay. I'm just gonna put that over there. You ever yell stay at an inanimate object? Anyways, I do that all the time. But yeah, thoroughly. That was unintentional. A fun competition. Thoroughbred Beatdown was very fun. 71. That's right. I could have swore it was more than that, or a few less. But yeah, I had a great time, and I'm glad I was able to go out to this competition and help run it, and just see what a spectacular competition it was. I'm glad I got to witness it because some of the fights were wild. I'm glad I saw some of them in person, and the teams were fantastic to talk to, and we had a lot of people on announcing and judging all the volunteer positions you can name. They were filled with excellent help. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a special guest because I've already been yapping for almost 15 minutes, and I think it's somebody else's turn. So I'm going to bring on a special guest. First, I'm going to read a comment from the live chat, and then I'll get there. I think the curse of Darren is striking me down right. Oh, no. I thought it was actually today. How are you, Robert?
I feel good today. I'm got the printer going, of course. I'm making some spare parts that, even though we're not signed up for any competitions currently, it's always good to have a lot of spare parts.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not just a couple, a bunch.
You can never really have too many spares, and
no, you can't.
I mean, if nothing else, you've got Robot Ruckus coming up in a few months.
Yes.
So definitely, if you don't have another competition coming up before, then definitely want to prepare for that.
Yeah, currently we're not signed up for any. You know, we had some scheduling conflicts with the one in Stewart area end of this month, which is a shame.
Yeah.
That's going to be a terrific event. Andy with Palm Beach, he's the best at putting these on. Not that we seem to do a good job, but
yeah,
I feel really proud about what you've done, you know, during our 2 events that we've had so far. And obviously we're going to have some more, but we need to work around some of the other events.
Yeah, for sure. Because having 2 competitions in the same state on the same day can kind of be a little bit of trouble for some of the teams.
Well, yeah, I mean, out of respect for Andy and Jacob up in Jacksonville, we want to have, if we can have a month between events, that gives the teams time to rebuild, time to catch their breath. We've had to go 2 weeks between events before, and you know that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it's what we had to do.
Yeah, I mean it does happen every once in a while, but when you do put on these events, they are always fun to attend, and I really greatly appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to come out to your events and help you with volunteering, and just getting to see some of the fights are just amazing. The fights that we had at this previous event were crazy good.
Yes.
And your robots in particular are always fun to watch. And that also goes for you, Helen, in chat. Your fights are also very fun to watch. you both really do a great job with your robots. Your fights are always fun to watch, and you did pretty well at this previous event. Is there anything you want to talk about regarding your robots and how they did at Thoroughbred Beatdown?
Yeah. Yes, we did very well at this event. We've done well at a lot of events, and we've done, in the middle at some other events. But yeah, we were running a new plastic design this time. And Killer Parakeet, Helen had never, the first time she turned it on was to test it before the fights in the test box for safety. And I thought, well, it's close enough to Parakeet Lord, same drive motors, different weapon, obviously plastic over, TPU and carbon. And yeah, she did a great job driving. And I had some bad luck with my robot, my plastic robot Helen. Apparently, I needed to use some Loctite on the drive motors, and I didn't. And screws backed out, locked one of the wheels, and I lost to a very good robot. I don't remember which one it was, but one of the ones from University of Central Florida.
Yeah, they brought some good robots with them.
Oh, those guys are awesome. They're
really,
yeah. They can drive. They can build robots.
Oh yeah.
They're we have a lot of great competitors, and they're right there with any of the other teams.
Yeah. So it was either King Wapple or the Pibbler.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
Yeah.
Which they finished second and third.
Yeah, they did fantastic at this competition. They were smoking a lot of their opponents. Not literally, but they did really well.
Yeah. Helen saying it was King Wapole that I said, wow, why did my motor go out? I couldn't believe it. I lost the drive. And then at the end of the fight, I looked like, what is wrong? I could feel a lot of resistance, and I held it up, to the light where I could see two screws, both screws poked out against the wheel. So yeah,
that'll do it.
Once again, I did it to myself. Not that I would have won the fight, but I would have had a better showing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. Helen's in the live chat saying, Helen says, I was pleasantly surprised that I did as well as I did, considering it was finals week and studying for my professional teaching license exam. Yeah, you did fantastic at this competition. Both of you did really, really great. This was, again, another competition that you've hosted, and another competition that I get to yell at you both for rigging the competition because you each got first place in both of the weight classes. So, rigged.
Yeah. I'll tell you, there was some very, very, very close fights that, I could see could have went to either team.
Yeah, for sure.
But if anybody looks at our fights, they'll see that we go after it. We're not holding back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can be, we talk about it all the time in robot combat. You can be the best of friends outside the arena, but during those 2 minutes you're in the arena together, there are no friendships.
Yeah, when the doors close, there's no friends.
It sucks to be you.
Well, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's the other person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then there's of course a lot of trash talk. That makes it even more fun.
There is, but I try to avoid that myself because it obviously, nearly 64 years old. So if I trash talk, you know, everybody's got to go out in the parking lot at the end.
True. It is true.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So
I mean, as long as you're not really getting too carried away in your trash talking, because it can go a little too far, and people can get offended, and people can say stupid things, and as long as you avoid all that, it's fine. And trash talk, basically, you know, if it's like you're going down or rest in peace, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time.
Yeah. The kid, one of the kids from Orlando, I don't know, he must be about 8 years old now. He can trash talk. Pushy, the kid that has Pushy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's something.
Oh yeah, a lot of people that have fought him have told me, and shout out to Combat Robotics if you're watching this. A lot of people that have fought him have told me, and I definitely see their point on this. They told me that it's frustrating, first of all, to lose to a robot that doesn't even have a weapon. And when you do, you have a weapon, and you lost to someone that doesn't, and you just got pushed around for 2 minutes, and like you can get a little frustrated with that, sure. But when you get somebody who kind of rubs it in a little bit, like it's funny. But man, that kid can trash talk.
Yeah, and his older brother, he's really reserved and quiet and chooses his words. But the younger brother, he's sassy. He's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I wish they could have made our event, but you know, it's summer vacation, and they were doing
that makes sense.
Stuff. Yeah,
they always make a competition very fun. Hopefully, we see them at the next one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's catch up on chat again. Welcome in, Fish Tank Robotics. Lawson says, I got sent to the back rooms in 2 of my fights. Ouch. Yeah, I remember your side armor's coming off in a couple of your fights, I believe. At least one of them.
Yeah.
I commentated for like pretty much every fight, but only remember maybe half of them on a good day.
Yeah, I wish I could have talked to him. I might have had a tip to help his robot be a little bit stronger.
Well, he's here in chat right now. Do you have any pro tips you would like to say right now? Or do you think you would have to actually see the robot in person for better advice?
I wouldn't have to see it. I had one just like it.
True.
Yeah. No, it'll be outside. I can't give all my secrets away. It might be something he's already doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. The real friends inside the arena. Once you close the door. I don't get it. Helen says, I like to do stuff like there's a very hungry parakeet ready to go fishing. There you go.
Yeah, I guess we got Fish Tank Robotics up there. So
that's a good one. Somebody, this actually happened one time about almost 2 years ago. I was over at Amrock Fab Lab in Tampa one time for a kind of a training volunteers day, a couple of weeks in advance for a Tampa event a couple of years ago. And our good friend Man was with us. He rode with us up to the Amrock, and I remember I started trash talk with him, which is not smart. I don't even remember what I said. I just remember him coming inches away from my face and saying, remember, there's a reason why your bot is called junk. Terry from Amrock was just standing there in between us, and I remember her reaction. She said, "Oh, you're not coming back from that."
Nope.
And I brought it up to Man after that day, and he said, "I don't even remember saying that to you." That's what makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that we had met Ian, gosh, at least 3 years before we even had our first robot
Right.
down at Orlando Maker Fair. He was on the mic, and we always liked him. Listening to him, and he's quick. He's quick on the mic. He's a lot of fun. Which we were blessed at the Ocala event. You were on the mic. Ian was on the mic. We had 4 guys there that could. You guys were going back and forth. Logan Lawson. I keep calling him Logan. I'm sorry. I do that a lot.
That's totally understandable. I do that with a lot of people myself. So
Caden might have rocked the mic a little bit too, but that's what was so awesome is that we had a return guy, Hal, who was the referee. Now the next fights, I want to have. He needs an assistant. Darian wants one of her volunteers from the maker space to assist Hal, like the stuff like cleaning up, sweeping, and our referee shouldn't be doing that. And obviously, I was too busy. We had 4 robots, and 3 of them were. Well, all 4 of them were top 8 at one point, and 3 of them went all the way to 2 of them went all the way to the final fight. So I was in the pits. I didn't get to see hardly anything there other than the pits.
Having 2 referees can definitely help. I've seen that at certain competitions.
Well, yeah, more like an assistant that would. Had a vacuum cleaner there. We never used it. We had a broom that was used a lot because there was a lot of pieces flying.
So, in other words, basically 1 referee still and 1 other person for arena maintenance.
Yeah, it's going to be.
That makes sense.
The makerspace they wanted a couple of their people to get involved and learn about the process. So I said, helping out Hal is going to, if he comes back, I hope he does.
For sure.
He's got some really good experience. And he's really good.
He's a good storyteller too. He was telling me some stories of events that he's attended over the years. He's a good storyteller.
Yeah, we're so lucky and blessed to have you and the rest of our volunteers. Toby was there. Running.
Yeah, we had
running the pits, and so we had.
Toby was fantastic help at this event. Toby was helping with running the pits and helping with time management and making sure everything's running on time, running smoothly, and then of course Costa with judging. For judges we had Costa, Caden, and Ian. Thank you to all the judges.
All guys with a lot of experience.
For sure. And also behind the scenes, we had some more volunteers helping as well. I was kind of pulling my usual running around like a headless chicken at this entire event. I do that at every event I go to because I like to do literally everything sometimes. Like this particular competition, I wasn't fighting, so that's one less thing I had to deal with robots, which was a relief because I was more involved in other things behind the scenes, like running the brackets. I helped with that, announcing for probably every fight of the event, and wherever there was a need, I was always there. That's generally how I like to be at every event. But then we also had some more help behind the scenes, like for running the brackets. I did that like every now and then. I think the one thing I did the most was announcing, but I was of course helping every so often with brackets. But I had a teammate of mine who's actually the newest teammate of Team Jupiter Robotics. He joined back in February of this year. My good friend Uriah was helping me. Thank you, Uriah, if you're watching this. helping me running the brackets. He's a great help with that. We had Max of Nostalgia IT, one of the sponsors for the event, who was helping with all the tech stuff, the microphones, speakers, all the sound setup in the building and on the live stream. Live stream looked really good.
Yeah, we lost some volume, but it might have been some interference from some of the radios that we had for our robots.
Right.
And
there was
well, your mom was when you walked in, your mom was checking everybody in.
Yeah, she was helping with check-in and weigh-in.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, with the tech stuff, we actually had our microphones go completely out for a few fights. So I remember Lawson and I actually had to just drop the mics and yell for a few fights because our microphones just died randomly.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. But and then the arena lights kept going out, which was random.
You know why? I know why. Because it was on an extension cord, and people were bumping into it. We're gonna do some drops out of the ceiling next time. I've already talked to Darian and Greg, and we're looking at having like an electrician come in and dropping some from the ceiling because it's a small compact place.
Yeah.
That's why we're not running 30 bots, 36 bots.
Right.
We did 27, and that was.
I definitely think that pushed our limits, and I think we might have had just enough room for everybody. The funny thing is, we made just enough room for all of the robots that were registered to compete.
Yeah.
And then I got a little nervous when somebody on the wait list showed up and wanted in, and we let him in. But I told him, of course, he asked me. I went to you because it's your event, your rules. So I went to you and asked if you were cool with that, and letting him in anyway. So
yeah, it would have been a more difficult thing if there would have been 2 or 4.
Right, but it was just one.
He came all the way from Jacksonville, and 100 miles or more, and
that's a drive.
I mean, we kind of all know each other anyway.
Right.
I thought, well, we'll let him in.
Yeah. And I would hate for somebody to make that drive just to not be able to participate. So I totally understood. But after I had talked to you about it, I went back to him and I told him that I, of course, asked for team and robot name, so I knew who it was. I told him that you have the green light to get in, so you can go ahead and grab all your robot stuff, load in, and find somebody who's willing to share their pit table with you because we do not have another pit table set up for you.
Right.
I kind of explained that to him, but I think he worked it out. I still, to this day, don't know where he was pitted. I never saw him at a pit table. I never even saw him carry anything but a robot and a controller.
That's all he had. that was somebody else's. That was Mike's robot. And all the spare parts were down in I don't know, Cape Canaveral or somewhere, Titusville. That's all he had was he had no spare parts, and he ran 4 or 5 fights and never lost.
He got a bye in the first round. I think he got.
Oh, okay.
I think he only got 2 fights.
Oh, is that? Well, I know he fought.
I can pull up the bracket and fact check.
He fought one of our bots. He fought.
I can pull up the bracket real quick.
Parakeet Lord, and you can imagine how that went.
Oh, jeez. And anytime somebody mentions your robots or Helen's robots, I am scared for whoever it is they're fighting. Oh no, I am completely wrong, aren't I?
I don't know.
I remember I know he came to me laughing and he said, well, all that and I just got a bye in the first round. He was laughing about it.
Yeah. There was an odd amount. Somebody was going to get a bye.
So it looks like he actually since he got a bye in the first round, he got 1 win, 1 loss. He snuck into the finals bracket. Since we did Swiss, it was 3 qualifying matches into 8 robot single elimination. He went 1-1 in qualifiers, and he snuck in as the number 5 seed in the finals bracket. Okay. He lost in the first round to Clown, which is a very scary Taylor kid.
I had to fight her twice.
Oh,
well,
ouch.
Well, it went pretty well for me. But yeah,
I'm sure it wasn't easy though.
No. I don't think I had any easy fights.
Oh yeah, it goes like that sometimes. But these robots at this event were really, really hard hitters.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some experimental bots there that. One of the junkyard bots, and it looked like a UFO.
It did. That's what I kept saying all day.
Well, it flew like one too.
It did.
I had no idea how to fight that because it was like a disc, like a upside down soup bowl or something, and there was nowhere to grab onto it. The only thing that was exposed was his weapon, so you kind of had to attack the weapon. Which once I got him upside down, then it was pretty.
Then it became easier.
Much over then, yeah.
But let's see. I'm gonna catch up back on chat.
Yeah.
So I should have been doing that already. Let me scroll up a bit
today.
No, you're fine. I love having talkative.
I've been on sick leave for 6 weeks. Yeah, right before our competition, I had that hernia surgery, so yeah.
Hopefully you're recovering well, but I do like to have talkative guests on here that makes these live streams very interesting. But yeah, let's catch up on chat here. Lawson says, update, I got new motors for both Otachi and Tetanus. Ooh. And I got an 1800 kilovolt motor for Tetanus. Spinner Goper. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And hopefully my AR500 blade will be weight legal for Otachi. Hopefully it makes weight. Fingers crossed.
I'm trying to recall Otachi. What?
Schizo undercutter kit.
Undercutter.
I'm talking too fast again. This was at the same place as the March McManus, right? Yes, it was. It was at the Marion County Maker Collective, which hosted the March McManus and Thoroughbred Beatdown competition. So shout out to them. But yes, same place. Helen says all the fights were brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, we had quite a few roof shots too.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many roof shots.
I think I might have gotten roof shotted. But I was able to come right back. I mean, I was really happy with our new plastics were extremely tough.
Yeah, for sure. Random question for those in chat right now. Who remembers many years ago on BattleBots? This is not very off topic. I'll tell you why in a minute. Who remembers on BattleBots when Tombstone fought Gigabyte? And Gigabyte's shell, this was probably 2018 or 19, and the shell just popped right off in one hit. Who remembers that?
I do a little bit. Helen probably does too.
So it was one clean hit that popped the full body spinner of Gigabyte clean off the body of the robot. Now, here's why I mentioned that. We actually had that happen at Thoroughbred Beatdown, where with Team Junkyard Dog's full body ring spinner, their plastic ant weight, what was it called? BPA free.
Yeah, it's a ring spinner.
Yeah, I don't remember who they fought. It was probably somebody from UCF. But I think it was the first hit of the fight. It was one good, clean hit. And BPA free just about got roof shotted, and their full body ring spinner, the ring of it just popped right off. It went higher than the rest of the body did. Like, so we recreated some famous BattleBots moment on the plastic 1 pound scale. It was awesome.
Yeah, and BPA free, he kept going with just the center part. It didn't kill his body. It just took his weapon off. But yeah, that was surprising. Because I think there's like 4 bearings or something that hold that in place. 2 years ago, I was running a similar ring spinner, like a Mr. Roomba variation. It was a Mr. Roomba design, and then I might have changed. I didn't change enough on it, but
yeah, the ring spinners are always entertaining to watch. I haven't really seen them have. I haven't really seen a lot of them have success. I haven't really seen that.
Well, my theory, I was new at building robots, and my theory was there's 300 with one of those. There's 360 degrees of weapon.
True.
So, and obviously, anybody looks at our old fights, I hit the wall more than the other robots.
It happens.
I needed that 360 degrees.
I mean, the trick with a full body spinner, whether it's a shell spinner, a ring spinner, a multi-brain, whatever kind of full body spinner it is, the trick is everybody's strategy of just go around to the backside and hit a wheel does not apply to any type of full body spinner. Ring spinner, shell spinner, multi-brain, you can't go around to the backside and avoid the weapon and hit the wheels. That's just not possible. The whole thing is a weapon.
Yeah, and when it gets upside down, it still drives the same. The ring spinner that I had. Yeah.
With ring spinners and usually with multi-brains, shell spinners are a different story. Those they typically need a self-righting stick on the top in the hopes that works and flipping them back over. But I think the most common type of full body spinner is a ring spinner because it's the same thing upside down. I think for that reason, that's why it's the most common.
Yeah, I just I think I overspun it most of the time.
That could also be it.
Yeah, it was great 50% of the time. The other 50%, it would do the thing, get on its side. All that was my fault, really. I think I was just overspending and getting too excited.
Yeah, it happens for sure. With spinner robots, you have to kind of find the right speed for your weapon. You don't want it spinning too fast because then you're just grinding and you might scratch your opponent but not do anything to them. So you want to slow it down so you're actually getting more of a bite, but you don't want to go too slow. You don't end up doing anything. You have to kind of find the right balance. Yeah, and it can take some time to find that for sure.
Yeah, I got away from it. We got into the four-wheel drive plastics, and I built one for Helen and Killer Parakeet, and I abandoned the ring spinner and went right to the same bot, just different colors.
Yeah,
and I felt like I was very successful. We both were with those robots. Now we've moved on to this
you did great with them.
New design that I commissioned Caden.
Yeah, Caden did a fantastic job designing all of your robots. They are incredible.
Yeah, I was able to send him pictures. I like this, I like this, I like that, and on that one, and this one on that one. And yeah, he's great to work with. And he sent me some stuff. What do you think about this? Wow, what's not to like? Great job.
Right. Yeah, he did fantastic with it.
I still have to print them, buy the parts, print them,
right,
wire everything. So yeah, it's his designs, but I still have to build the robot. And you shouldn't take any shortcuts when you're building stuff, because, typically we take some pretty good hits. We give some pretty good hits. Any of that you can destroy yourself as easily as getting destroyed.
Yeah, for sure.
Tire maintenance, all that. Torque specs, which obviously I failed on torque specs because I had 2 screws back out, and it caused me some trouble in one of the plastic fights. And
yeah, your robots performed really well, and it was really cool to see how your full combat robots have now been turned into plastic drums, and the different like 4 configs that you had for your plastic ants were really cool to see those, and kind of seeing how you had a little bit of wedge game towards the weapon rather than just thin forks was really cool. I really like to see how that worked out in plastic ants. I think it worked really well. Would there happen to be, as a result of that, is there any plan for maybe applying that to the full combat robots, different ground game configurations for them as well?
Yes, what happened was, Caden did come up with a wedge, and I dropped the ball on it. I ordered the titanium from Send Cut Send, and when it came time to bend the titanium, that's when I ran into some frustration with correctly bending the titanium.
All right.
And I thought, well, I'm doing good without it, but I really should go back and I should go back and do a redo on my bending. You're not going to learn until you actually make some mistakes and learn from them. So I did one. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I don't want to do this again. Threw my lollipop in the dirt and pouted. But we should. Junkyard Steve told me that you always need to be evolving and improving. Because other teams will catch up to you and pass you.
Yeah, for sure.
So you always need to be, even if it's wrong, try something.
Yeah. And the sport of combat robotics has definitely always been rapidly evolving. Everybody's just growing very fast, and I swear it's like every competition, it's more terrifying than the last. Some of the robots are hitting a lot harder than they were in the previous event, and they've evolved, and they learn from their losses, and that's what a good team should do. Is you celebrate your wins, and even then in your wins you examine what may have gone wrong in your robot and how to fix it for an even better win in the next fight. And then when you lose a fight, because you can't win them all, you learn from what went wrong. And so that's a big part of why the sport is always rapidly evolving. I love to see it.
Yeah. When the arena that we have we bought it used from Jedi Jill. So I went online. I was like, well, what's this arena look like? Where do the parts go? So I went on her website, like back in 2022, 2021, and I looked at the robots that people were running back in those days. And then I look at what we're fighting against and fighting with now. It is a huge difference that 4 years have made in this sport. Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the robots look like they're so slow. Not all of them, but 99% of them were like, is that guy kidding? That robot is slow.
Yeah.
But that was the technology at the time.
Yeah.
Now
True.
we're, some of us are running these brushless motors and, and this and that, and better sticky tires and, all things like that have made a difference.
I'm always constantly catching myself rewatching an old fight from years ago, whether it's a fight I was in or some other Florida fight or a BattleBots fight even. And I'll listen to the announcer, because sometimes I listen for what announcers are saying.
Yeah.
Being an announcer myself, I do that a lot. And then I'll hear an announcer say, something like, "Whoa, that was a crazy hit." And like, "Whoa, what a massive hit that was." And that did so much damage or whatever. And then I'm sitting here thinking, are you nuts? He barely touched his opponent. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, what I found for myself is I do like to watch the fights and learn. What I do is, if you really want to see what a robot's doing, turn the speed down to 0.25 instead of 1.0. Turn it down, watch it in slow motion.
Yeah.
You will learn a lot more about how your robot truly handles.
Yeah. Put it in slow motion. I've done that before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even seen a video when Team Witch Doctor did that years ago. I think it was for the last season, the last televised season of BattleBots. They released a video on their YouTube which showed them testing Witch Doctor, and they hit something in testing, and they recorded this in slow motion. And believe it or not, this is a 250-pound machine of death made in whatever thick metal it is they use.
Yeah.
And it's probably steel or whatever. But anyway, they hit this object, this inanimate object, which is also made of the same metal or similar metal. And you're watching this in slow motion. So it looks like they're slowly approaching, and then they hit the object. It slowly goes flying. And if you watch their frame, it looks like it just turned to jello. Oh. In the impact, it looks like the frame is made of jello. And you can see that when you watch any fight in slow motion. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're such a great team too.
Yeah. And it's like some of the teams have said this, and especially on BattleBots, they've said this, that remember, with a spinning weapon, the amount of force that you're putting in your opponent when you hit them goes right back into your own robot.
Right. So, I think that's one of Newton's laws, I guess.
Yeah, it has to do with that, but that's why you kind of have to pick and choose your shots wisely.
Well, unless you're me, you just start going weapon on weapon just because it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, man. Yeah, that sometimes doesn't always go as planned.
Yeah, I know.
We see that all the time. I mean, even on BattleBots. I was watching Pro League earlier. I'm not going to spoil too much of today's Pro League episode in case there's anybody here that hasn't seen the episode yet.
Yeah, I was at the doctor's office when it was playing.
Yeah. So don't worry, no spoilers for BattleBots Pro League for any episodes, really. But the episode that aired earlier today, there was a particular fight where they were going weapon on weapon. And I'm watching this, I'm thinking, that's probably not the opponent you want to do that with. But they did. And you see it a lot in local events, on BattleBots, wherever it is. People go weapon on weapon, and sometimes it works. Sometimes they may regret it. But
when it
depends
works,
on the opponent.
When it works very well. When it doesn't, it's you're sometimes you end up buying another $50 motor or something. Our level.
It's basically you either split your opponent in half or you split your weapon motor in half.
Yeah.
Either way, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, we buy a lot of parts, and Repeat Robotics, and we use their stuff. We buy our stuff from Palm Beach Bots, and
two fantastic companies there. Repeat and Palm Beach Bots. They are fantastic. I don't know what the sport would be without them.
I don't know either. I can't. You'd be buying junk stuff, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what you would buy.
Oh man.
But yeah, Palm Beach Bots. They're a great company to buy from.
Yeah, and, for sure.
Obviously, you know, once I found the Poly Maker company and their products, you know, I'm running a print right now, Polymax, black Polymax. So you know it's you know, that's for Helen, Plastic Helen.
Yeah.
But
that name kind of sounds a little bit familiar.
Yeah.
I wonder where I've heard that.
Oh man, I've when I order from them, you know, I know I'm going to get a good product.
Yeah.
I started off with a few other. I didn't know. I'd never even seen a 3D printer till I bought one 2.5 years ago. So I didn't know what to buy. And I bought some other filaments, but I kept hearing this name, Polymax, Polymaker, Polymax. So I asked the guys, y'all keep talking about that. Oh yeah, it's great stuff. And I said, well, okay, I guess I'm going to buy some. So
yeah, never had any complaints about Polymaker.
Yeah, I got their TPU 95A.
Yeah,
makes a great print.
Oh yeah, as long as you dry it enough, because I've actually printed with that stuff without drying it, which was pretty stupid.
Well,
operator error, not Polymaker's fault.
since I was new, I would watch not every YouTube video. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and what I learned also from my own personal experience, when I get TPU, I'm going to dry that stuff 18 to 24 hours before I use it. The one time I didn't, I wasn't a Polymaker. I was trying another brand out just to try it, and it came out almost like foamy. And I'm like, oh, I bought the wrong stuff. I looked at my order and I said, no, this is. I think it was like a 64D, which I wish Polymaker would have a 64D. They have a 85 and a 95. I needed something a little stiffer.
Yeah.
Well, what ended up happening was, I made this print, and it was like nothing to it. You could squish it with your fingers. It was pithy. And I thought I bought the foaming type. No, it was because it had moisture in it. I only dried it 6 hours.
That'll do it.
I only dried it 6 hours, which also tells me at the factory it probably didn't get a good drying at the factory.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's why you always dry your filaments, because you don't know if they even dried it at the factory. You don't know how they dried it, so you want to dry it to perfection yourself.
Well, right or wrong, Jonathan, I print right out of the dryer.
Yeah.
In other words, okay. Yeah. I used to print, hanging off the side of the P1S that I have, and everything was good because I did dry it, and then now I'm printing directly out of the dryer. Now, obviously I'm in North Central Florida, and it's very moist here.
Yeah.
A guy in Arizona might not have to do that, but I feel like I feel like I'm getting a better print.
Right.
Am I over?
I do the same. I dry it in the poly dryer that I have. Polymaker makes a fantastic filament dryer, but I dry all the filament in the poly dryer, and if I'm printing on the A1 Mini, I just leave it in there and send the filament from the dryer to the printer. I don't even take it out the dryer. If I'm printing with the P1S printer, we actually have an AMS that sits on the top of the printer and lets us do multicolor printing.
Okay, yeah.
So I keep filament in the AMS all the time. it's basically like a sealed storage box. It doubles as, of course, a multi-filament or multicolor tool for multicolor printing, but it can also be used as like a storage box for your filament because it keeps it nice and sealed, and there's desiccant in there to take the moisture like the poly dryer does. It's really greatly designed. Bamboo Lab makes a good AMS with their printers.
Yeah, it's a great system.
Yeah, for sure. So I either leave filament.
I don't have the AMS, but I mean their poly dryer is awesome. Yeah,
I definitely recommend getting an AMS. It can cost a few $100 for sure, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, the only thing I print are robot parts. I just wasn't sure if I was going to need multicolors. You know, I'll run like right now. You know, I'm doing some top pieces, and I'll run 3 or 4. I won't just do one and then one at a time. I run multi pieces, right. Except for the frames. There's not enough room to, and it's practically a 9-hour print to run a.
That you have to do one at a time.
RBR or a plastic Helen frame. They're 9
and
hours.
I used to. I thought the same thing when I got into 3D printing. The only reason I got into 3D printing was because of combat robots. I used to rely on Ari, a good friend of ours, Ari, or somebody else to 3D print stuff for me, and Ari was really good with that. And definitely I have no complaints towards Ari or anybody that 3D printed stuff for me, but I just wanted to be able to have the technology in my own hands and do it myself and experiment on my own. So I got into CAD and 3D printing for that reason. And I thought at first when I got into 3D printing, I thought I'm only going to be printing robot stuff. That's really the only thing I'm doing this for. That has not exactly been the case because I just find random stuff online that I'll 3D print. Like, for example, I'll show you the sign that I 3D printed right here, which used the AMS because it's multicolor.
Yeah. Right.
This is actually pretty funny.
I may do something, and in the future, I may get an AMS because you're showing me what it can do for you, and that's pretty cool. I can see where it would be handy.
Yeah, for sure.
If I wanted to dress our robots up,
and what you could do, like on your top armor, assuming the top of your top armor is flat, you can go into the Bamboo Studio and add a text on the top of your top armor that has your robot name on it, or just something like that. So if you ever wanted to do that. So funny story, I showed this to Darian from the Marion County Maker Collective. I showed it to her before Thoroughbred Beatdown. And she thought it was hilarious, and I told her, if you like it, I'll make you one. So I did. I made another one of these, and I gave it to her.
Nice.
And shout out to Darian if you're watching this. And she loved it. She absolutely loved it.
There is something I want to print. I want to print one of those death whistles that looks like a skull, and you blow into it, and it makes a.
It's not staying.
Like a Mayan death whistle, I think it's called. I want to print them and give them.
I
want to print some and give them to my niece. Has 3 kids, like 5 to 7. That'll make her happy. 3 kids with
Now the reason why I showed this empty spool off a little bit. The reason why it's got this damage on it, I promise the spool did not come like this.
Yeah.
This was at the fault of Pluto's Revenge. Well, first of all, actually, it's partially your fault, Robert, because I did a destruction demo with Pluto's Revenge at your event, had it not been for you hosting an event, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I'm a bad influence on a lot of people.
But we did a destruction demo with Pluto's Revenge, where we actually debuted some upgrades that have been made to the robot since the reveal video for it came out on YouTube. And there's more upgrades that will be made to it, even during this week. I learned some lessons in doing that destruction demo. Did not go as planned. You're going to see the destruction demo in a YouTube video that we're going to put out for Pluto's Revenge on October 24th. You'll get to see the destruction demo in that video and what happened. There will be a breakdown for what happened and whatnot. But it did do some damage to the spool. That's my favorite right there. But yeah, we learned some lessons in doing that. But overall, that was a lot of fun to do that. Wasn't able to get a grudge in. The robot was in no condition to do a grudge at the time.
Yeah.
But to at least damage a spool, I'm still going to hang on to this because I'm going to do that again. Probably in Stewart after it gets eliminated. Or
yeah, I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing to hit an object like that, but
yeah.
a true test is when you go against another robot that hits back.
Yeah, that's the ultimate durability and functionality test.
Yeah, you're gonna learn a lot.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't talked about this, but we have the arena. It's permanently set up at Marion County Maker Collective. But
very nice.
We very nice, because taking those down and putting them up is not something I want to do.
Yeah, understandable.
What I'm getting at is I want to make the arena available to some of the teams to where we can come in on a Saturday or a Sunday and put some money in a jar for the Maker Collective, because they have light bills and electric bills, rent, maybe $10, use the arena. There's electric, bathrooms, air conditioning, fans. It's not like we're going to be outside somewhere. I talked with Darian about it, and because the thing takes up a lot of their space, so it'd be nice. It'd be nice if if you wanted to come up, maybe some of the other guys, Orlando guys, Gainesville teams, I don't know if anybody wants to drive 200 miles to test our robot for a few hours. But, somebody might want to drive 100 miles, because it was at the point to where, is our robot going to run? Yeah, it's going to run. It's going to run in a 4x4 test thing, but to put it in an 8x8, you really get a better idea of how your robot's going to run the weekend before you go to one of Andy's big events where there's 160 other guys there, where there's no time to test.
Right.
Your test is your test is your first fight. So
yeah,
we're gonna want to have a gathering or something every now and then.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a lot of fun. Get together and test robots and have fun in between events. That's definitely a good idea. That would be amazing to open up your arena, since your arena it permanently sits in the Maker Collective. Like, basically that's its home.
Yeah.
That would be awesome to open that up to any local teams to be able to come out and test in a real size combat arena.
Right. The arena's designed. It only has 1/4 inch Lexan, so the Beatles are going. We probably shouldn't run them in that.
Yeah. You'd have to get like thicker glass and probably more sturdy stuff, but yeah.
I've got thousands tied up into that thing already.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever did improve the arena to fight beetles, I would also suggest improvements to the doors, not have sliding doors, because we've already seen how that plays out eventually. at other Florida events that
okay.
did that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is if you ever did beetles, but
probably not,
to.
because I'm not interested in building a beetle for myself.
Oh, these 3-pound beetle weights are so terrifying. Like we were talking about earlier, we were talking about how rapidly evolving the sport is and how all the robots are always getting even more scary than they were in the last event that it had. I mean, beetle weights are the perfect example because, man, these things hit hard. Like the 1-pounders, they hit hard, but the beetles are no joke. They make ants look like nothing sometimes.
It seems like the beetles weigh 3 times more, but I think they're more like 8 times more destructive.
At least.
And maybe 10 times more destructive on the floors and your Lexan.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Eventually, one of our competitors, Darren, actually, I think he took like a Sharpie or something and scribbled on the starting squares, but at least we had something.
Well, what happened was I had that hernia surgery. It was crazy. Brandon, at one of the guys at the Maker Collective, he and I painted the floor, did the repairs, and so what happened was, he was there for the first coat. I went back, 24 hours later, did the second coat, went back 24 hours, did the third coat. The third coat was the one that had the abrasive in it, the grit. So what happened was I developed this hernia, called my doctor. My doctor, I want to use this surgeon. I couldn't believe it. I had a doctor appointment on a Friday. They took me right in. It was crazy. That never happens. Usually you got to wait 2-3 months for a specialist. And they said, we can do the surgery on Friday. I said, what month? He said, next week. I said, that's in 6 days. So that's what happened with I was going to do the painting, the blue, the red. I was going to paint white, the wooden. That's why there was gray paint on the 2x4s. Dude, I physically wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, that's understandable. Life happens sometimes, but so you mentioned the third coat of floor paint that you put on the arena floor had a special grit in it. What exactly was that for?
Well, I'll tell you what it's for. Did you notice nobody was sliding around very much? We were hooking up.
It seemed like everybody had some good traction.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, Andy at Palm Beach Bots, if I have a question, no matter how silly it may be, I ask him or Steve at Junkyard Dog. They've been like my mentors for the last 2.5 years on a lot of this stuff that I'm doing. So when Andy tells me buy this paint, this particular paint, go to Lowe's, it's like $65 a gallon. It's a garage floor paint, and do 2 coats, and then the third coat use this grit. It's probably some kind of fine. It's a really fine silica. Then that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what he suggests. If I can improve on it, I will, but I didn't see any reason to improve. My robots, I tested a couple of days before the events, but I had on the old tires from the previous event, and I had them tuned in perfect. When I put my sticky tires on, dude, I was pulling wheelies halfway across the arena because I was hooking up. I mean, I look like I'm gonna show my age, but I look like Don Garlett's, with his top fuel dragster out there and pulling wheelies, and that's bad. You don't want to pull a wheelie because that's how guys like Darren get underneath your robot. And
True.
My left and right, I was turning too fast, and I was a little little hesitant about making any more adjustments. I figured, well, the wheels will wear in, but boy, whatever I painted that with, I'm telling you, we were all hooking up.
So was that probably a result of maybe too much of the grip on it?
No, it's a result of doing it correctly, I believe. No, I'm serious.
Oh man, so that was interesting to see how that worked out, since we didn't have that at the last event that you hosted.
No,
and people were pretty well controlled, at least, except for when they were getting hit. Of course, nobody's controlled when getting hit by an opponent, especially if they're getting roof shot. But I think that did help some people with traction, for sure. And it may take a little getting used to, with having a different kind of painting on an arena floor that you may not have ever fought in. But I think everybody did pretty well. I think everybody handled it really well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed, other people ask me, why, when the robots with metal weapons are upside down, where's all those sparks coming from? Well, that's that grit. That grit.
I saw it.
Quartz silica, I guess. Because, yeah, you'd think it was a steel floor, as much sparks were coming off of that stuff.
I had some competitors come up to me and they say, "Is that a steel floor?" I said, "No, that's 3/4 inch plywood." They say, "That's plywood?" Yep. Yeah. It was plywood. Steel floors are good, but have a much bigger price tag than plywood, and same goes for the railings.
Right. I was told it would cost just the materials around $900 for me to put a steel floor in there. Well, it came with a wooden floor.
Might as well use what you have.
Basically, when I bought that arena, I had to buy the trailer that came with it.
Right.
Dude, I already had 3 trailers. I didn't need another trailer, but I needed to go ahead and get that trailer.
Right.
And it came with the 4x4 arena also. So it was actually a good deal for us.
Right.
A 4x4 arena, an 8x8 arena, and the trailer.
Very cool.
So
yeah, and after
starter kit for sure.
Yeah, after your first event, there was a lot of damage to the floors that you had to repair.
Yes.
You did a great job with that, and repairing and repainting. The floor looked great for this event. And after this event, Thoroughbred Beatdown, you don't have nearly as much damage to repair compared to the last event.
No.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, we had used wood putty. Now, when I say we, Brandon, I don't know if you met him or not.
I believe I did. Brandon with Maker Collective crew.
Yeah, he's got a lot of skills. He's a very skillful, very good. He can do a lot of stuff that he can do more than I can. Well, he's also probably nearly 30 years younger than me too. But
right,
we're gonna do the floor again.
Okay.
Now the wood putty was good, but I'm more used to Bondo. I've used Bondo since I was 15 years old in auto body at high school class.
Okay.
Used it on my bow forms when I made long bows and recurves. If my router dug into the form, I would true it up with Bondo and then overlay it with fiber reinforced plastic, fiberglass, smooth fiberglass. But anyway, that was some stuff I used to do. So I'm used to the Bondo. So I think I'm going to try the Bondo this time. We'll get in there, we'll do all the little patches, and then we'll go over it with the paint again. I have a quart left, and then we'll be able to do the squares, the blue, the red, touch up the Polymaker logo in the middle.
Yeah, and the logo looked really great.
Yeah, that was Darian and the IT fellow,
Max.
Max. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Yeah, Max. That was Max and Darian, and Brandon was in there too.
Right.
But that's the thing about a maker collective, is there's so many people with great skills that are willing to share.
Absolutely. That's why I really love a good maker space with very amazing makers in general. No matter what it is that they make, they have skills that can be an amazing use in a lot of areas in combat robotics. That's why I love seeing the skills that different makers have and seeing them get put to use in robotics, whether they build their own robots and they put their talent towards that, or they help with things like the arena and like the floor maintenance in this case. And I'm sure there were a lot of bright ideas being passed around as a result of very smart and talented makers in the building.
Yeah.
I love a good makerspace. I want a makerspace in Lakeland.
I know we wanted one for Ocala, and we were so lucky. We were at the Orlando Maker Fair a year and a half ago, and that's where we met Darian. They had a booth, and I walked by.
Oh, yeah.
Said, Marion County. I said, Marion County, Florida. Or she's
Nice.
And I mean, they're new. They really, their official opening was January of 26, so they're just a few months old.
Right.
Yeah. So,
and they just jumped right into the combat robotics and thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, what we've done is we're going to have some robot building classes there, but it's not awesome. It's not really the combat robots yet. There's been a lot of interest with some non-destructive type robots. We'll call them like a sumo type. We got, we were able to get some kits from Andy at Palm Beach Bots. Darian did through the Maker Collective, and she's currently working on the curriculum. We're going to start off with 6, so we'll have like two afternoons, 2 days, whatever, of these classes. Now these are all plug and play.
Nice.
So what'll happen is we'll do these 6, and if they're under 18, we want the parents there.
Right, that makes sense.
I'm not a babysitter, but that gives the goal is to get the whole family involved, just like your family. Yeah, everybody's involved, and so since they don't have weapons, they're like bulldozer blade. Andy's got 3 different blades that go on, wedges, blades, like bulldozer looking stuff. So we're going to make an obstacle type course in the 8x8 arena. So part of it will be like a time thing. Let's say you have this push bot. You got to start at one side of the arena and make a circle, and within that circle, one of the tasks may be, I don't know, push a tennis ball up a ramp and drop it into a hole.
Right.
Get off the ramp. Do another task, and then there will be a sumo part where you are pushing another robot around. The reason we're doing that is because some of the parents we had talked to didn't want to get into destructive robots to where we're buying motors and gosh, I mean, every time we go to a fight, we're buying $150 of parts to fix.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ease into, obviously once they do that, then they may want to build a more destructive robot.
Right.
So we're gonna start off 6, and then we're gonna build it to, hopefully we have up to 30.
Yeah. Starting off with a robot that just pushes others is a great way to get your start in robot combat, and doing stuff in between competitions like you're talking about doing will help a lot of people get into the sport. And building robots that just push others around is a great start for beginners. If they're very competitive, you can stick something non-destructive for a weapon on there, something like a lifter or a hammer, grabber, something like that. Just anything that doesn't spin.
Yeah.
And then it's also cheaper that way because with it then not having a spinning weapon, they're less destructive, and that means less repair money you'll need afterwards.
Right. I mean, budget wise, we're looking at that too, to
Right.
where, you know.
Right. Yeah, that makes a total sense. Man, there were some brutal spinning weapons at Thoroughbred Beatdown. They were nasty hitters. But yeah, I was happy to see everybody that showed up to the event. We had a fantastic turnout. A lot of spectators showed up. I think we might have run out of spectator seats. I don't know. We had a lot of people.
We did. There was actually Darian had to basically turn some people away because we were exceeding our limit on how many people we could have there, which you know, I hated hearing that. It's great to hear it, but it's bad to hear it.
Right.
I've been to other fights to where there's 70 robots and there's 10 people in the audience. We had around 25, 30. Every chair was full. There was people standing.
Yeah.
Because it's new for our area too.
Yeah, and a lot of people are excited to learn about like what's going on and how to get involved. Especially with it being at a makerspace, I think that really helps grow the interest. Yeah. So, I hear a train coming. I think it's surprisingly the first train I've heard all night.
I'll tell you about 5 or 6 hours ago, those storms that were rolling through your house and rolling past mine, 180 miles north of you. If it's a train, it might have been a tornado. We had some. Yep, that's a train.
There it is.
Tornadoes don't have horns.
Yeah, it's not storming over here, thankfully. It slacked off before the stream, but
yeah,
it's your problem now, not mine.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple things you need to maybe catch up on the comments. And are you going to show any videos? Or you going to have any videos showing or anything?
Yeah, I will at least show my grudge matches. If you want me to show some of your fights, I'll do that as well.
Yeah, you can. It just, you know, I could stand to use a bathroom break about now.
Sounds good. But yeah, I'm gonna real quick catch up on the live chat here. Roughhouse Robotics watching another live stream right now, so that's why I'm not talking much. Yeah, that makes total perfect sense.
Where is he based out of? Roughhouse.
Roughhouse says I like trains. Good question. I don't remember.
I keep thinking Midwest, but I'm not sure. And maybe I'm thinking Wolfman. He might be Midwest. Is Roughhouse?
Yeah, Wolfman Crab Arms is Indiana. I think Roughhouse isn't far.
Okay. Oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a long time.
Speaking of Wolfman Crab Arms, he says, "Oh, I hate grip pain in arenas. I like drifting around other bots too much." Why?
I don't have the drifting skills just yet.
I'm getting there. You must have been improving your drifting skills for a long time or something, but yeah, I'm getting there. Also, if you're still here, Nick, you probably commented this like 30 minutes ago. Welcome in, Nick. Texas Roadhouse, indeed. There's a Texas Roadhouse comments.
Yeah, we went last Friday in Gainesville, Florida, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Roughhouse says Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I thought he was in Canada. I don't know why I thought that.
What we'll actually do is I'm going to take probably a 5-minute break from the live stream. We're going to go on the BRB screen for the next 5 minutes because I could use a break myself. So let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Everybody get some water, get up, stretch your legs, do what you got to do. Take care of yourselves. When we come back, we'll watch some robot fights from Thoroughbred Beatdown. How does that sound?
It's good.
All right, so we're going to go on the BRB screen and head backstage. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in so far, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. We are back on stream to talk about Thoroughbred Beatdown, recent competition that recently happened. I'm here with Robert of Team 5 Robotics, who hosted the event, along with Marion County Maker Collective. I believe Robert has stepped away. Or let's see.
No, I'm back.
All right.
Got a glass of water and some boiled Cajun peanuts.
Ah, very nice. So now we're back. I also grabbed myself some water. As you can see, I drink a lot of water. And I knocked my sign over again. Stay. This doesn't concern you. This is the jug of water that I bring with me at every competition because as an announcer, I need the hydration. I yell a lot. But I grabbed me some nice water. Some nice cool water. Let's see. It was like a minute behind on the stream because of that. Well, that break certainly gave you plenty of time to catch back up. So hopefully you're with us live again. During the break, I got YouTube pulled open. So I got it pulled up now. If I was smart, I would have connected it to StreamYard during the break. So now I get to do that right now. All right. So I'm going to play parts of a video that just released over on the Minibot Robotics YouTube channel. There were a couple of grudges that I did at this event since I did not compete. I did bring some robots for grudge matches. And I'm glad I did because that was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and add that right now. There it is. We're going to go full screen. I'm not going to play the whole video. It's like a 17-minute long video almost. And a lot of it is me talking, which we'll skip over that. But if you want to hear everything that I had to say in the video, go check it out on the Minibot Robotics YouTube channel, which I've linked in the description of this live stream. This is a grudge match between my Plastic Ant White Wedgebot Troublemaker, which actually made its debut at March McManus, your first competition you hosted. And so I brought it back for a grudge match at Thoroughbred Beatdown. Let's see how this fight went. And for everybody watching this, let me know how the audio sounds. It should be all right on your end. But you know the drill. If it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. I'll change the volume as needed. Let's go ahead and watch the video. This is a grudge match between Troublemaker and a two-wheel drive beater bar style vertical spinner weapon known as Beetlejuice. This is from my friend Madman, who was judging at this event. He also brought his own robot for a grudge. Anyways, I'll shut up and show you the fight.
In the red square, say it once, you're fine. Say it twice, you're in danger. Say it 3 times, it's showtime. It's Beetlejuice!
And shout out to Lawson for commentating.
And in blue square, his spy is always up to no good. He's always going to cause a ruckus. He is the one, the only Troublemaker! Drivers, ready. That sounds like they're ready.
That was one of the judges, Costa, saying, "Don't break it." We're excited. Of course we're going to break the wall down.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let the chaos begin.
And immediately he throws Troublemaker into the wall. That was an awesome hit.
Something went fly off Troublemaker. Troublemaker seems to be struggling with drive. Oh!
I can tell you what came off after we get done watching this.
Still going though. Troublemaker is back to driving normal again. Oh boy. One in the Troublemaker I think is going to hit the roof. I'm just going to be honest.
Gee, thanks for your vote of confidence, Lawson.
Look at that Troublemaker pushing back against Beetlejuice. Oh, nice slam there. Look at that. Beetlejuice getting back up by Troublemaker.
Roughhouse, it's synced on my end.
Oh, nice touch to the heels. Another good hit. Troublemaker still moving though. 1 minute left to go. 1 minute.
Only having one wheel sucks.
Troublemaker needs to keep that wedge pointed at all costs. Another girlie. Troublemaker, and Troublemaker getting dragged.
Now he's just grinding at the top armor, which I thought for sure was going to break because of how thin it is. But it never did.
Come on, Beetlejuice, go full throttle on him. Yeah, there we go. Now again, nice shot on Troublemaker. Again, 15 seconds left to go. 5, 4, oh, look at that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This grudge match is over. Goes to the judges.
That's a way to self-right right there.
So, audience, if you think the black and white striped Trump spinner Beetlejuice won, let me hear you cheer. If you think the purple wedge bot Troublemaker won, let me hear you cheer. I think that's too close for comfort.
That was so close.
So,
So
tell you what. One more round.
this happens. One more round. One more round. One more round. One more round.
2 more minutes on the clock. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let all chaos continue. Troublemaker on your last legs. Beetlejuice going in. Oh my gosh, that thing's sagging. Look at it. Beetlejuice spinning around. And Troublemaker. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, there it is. I want to see a big hit. There we go. Another one. But Troublemaker's still hanging in there. Come on, Beetlejuice. Oh, we're not getting the juice is loose, guys. The juice is loose.
He's got jokes.
Troublemaker is definitely in trouble. And Beetlejuice trying to spin around and the battery's dying. Oh no, the battery's dying on Beetlejuice. Troublemaker! Big hit! Another one! And another! And another! Like that DJ Khaled beat. Another one! Another one! Another one! 35 seconds left to go. Give him the business. Yeah, come on. Beetlejuice is slowing down. Beetlejuice backing away. Oh, that weapon is not looking good on Beetlejuice. Has Troublemaker killed the weapon? Oh my gosh.
Man said no, he just outlived it.
9,
Excuses.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over.
And my favorite part about all this, you will see right here at the end, watching me and Madman off to the side.
So, once again,
That was my favorite part of all this.
So, if you think the black and white Trump spinner won, Beetlejuice, let me hear you cheer. If you think Troublemaker won, let me hear you cheer.
Boo.
I think it unanimously goes to Beetlejuice.
So there's that grudge match. I went ahead and paused the video because that's followed up by several minutes of me talking about it. But that was a really fun grudge match. And because it was a grudge match and the audience votes were so close the first time, we decided to just go for it again. Because why not? It's only a grudge match. That was a lot of fun. So I'll give it that for now. So I'll show you what came off at the start of the fight. See this piece right here at the top of the frame that sticks up? Notice how it's not on the other side anymore? That's what came off at the start. And honestly, because I had another one of these, which with having it stick up at the front on each side, it helped with pushing opponents and pinning them rather than just have them ramp right over the robot. So I'm glad they were there. But after the March McManus event, the one that was over here was barely holding on. And in one clean hit at the start, Beetlejuice just finished it off.
Where's your wheel locks?
Oh yeah, I didn't have them on there. I'm honestly surprised they didn't come off.
Yeah,
I actually need to buy more. I need to buy more. That's why I didn't have any on there. But I figured it's just a grudge match, so I don't really care if one comes off. And one of them was actually really coming off. I swear it was about to come off at one point in the fight. I even looked over to Ian and I said, dude, my wheel's coming off. It's about to go. It never did.
They fit really snug on those hubs. Yeah. But
still don't know why one of the wheels quit working. I think the motor came out of place. They both feel like they're still working.
Oh, I guess it's a Silver Spark motor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you wonder why it quit working?
Yeah. It could be that, or it does feel like it's out of place. So it could be that. When I spin it, the gearbox is not locked up. That's normally what the problem is with a Silver Spark.
Okay.
But I can rotate the wheel. Like, I don't remember which wheel it was, so I'll do it with both. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it still moves freely. And then if we do the other one, same thing.
Maybe a wire popped loose.
It also could have been that. But you know what? If I have a Phillips head screwdriver around me, which I probably don't, of all the things I have around me, I never have a Phillips head screwdriver. I could take this off, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he launched you a few times, so something could have got loose.
Oh, yeah, he got some amazing hits. And also, all that grinding on the top armor. The top armor is 1.5 millimeters thick.
Okay.
It took abuse from a metal beater for 4 minutes, and all that grinding it did, it still didn't break.
What material is it made out of?
Polymax PLA Plus.
Polymax, okay.
Yeah.
The wedge is 95A TPU?
No, PLA.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's a plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fought in the plastic ants at the March McManus event.
Oh, that's right.
Did really well. The funny thing is, I did retire this robot after that grudge match, so I will never fight this robot again. The only reason why I ever made it in the first place is because I have 3 Silver Sparks.
Yeah.
That I haven't used. I've had them for years, never used them. I needed a good way to break them, and they're the only motors that fit in this thing. So that's why I made it. And it did a lot better at March McManus than it should have. Went 2-2 in the competition. Made it to the finals bracket as the number 4 seed. And I actually, when I made this wedge, I basically placed a bet on it, or bounty, or whatever you want to call it, saying that there is not a single robot that will break the wedge. Nobody will be able to hit it hard enough to break it from the front to the back. You won't penetrate it like that. I don't care who you are. And to prove my point, I'm even willing to throw this in with the nastiest, most hard-hitting beetle weight horizontal you can name. Not even they'll break this wedge.
Well, if me and you had a bet, I would put on one of my 1/8 inch blades on the RBR instead of a 3/16.
You want to give it a shot?
Not really.
I'll break your weapon, if anything, because I've actually done that. Literally half the robots that I fought at March McManus, all the robots actually that I lost to, sure, I lost to them, but they had to replace their weapon afterwards. Every single one of them I lost to.
Oh, okay.
Had a busted weapon.
Maybe, who the flamethrower guy, Luke, maybe his 3-pound he might be able to damage it.
I mean, he can melt it. Somebody won't melt it all the way through. I don't know. I mean, he'd burn the battery before anything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That might not be a good idea for that reason. But
yeah, Polymaker's got, I've been getting a lot of some kind of ads. They're high temperature PLA plus.
Yeah. There's the one they just came out with is PLA Pro, not Plus, so it's not as good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
PLA Pro is basically what standard PLA should be. It's closer to standard PLA than a PLA Plus.
Okay.
But
obviously I'm using the Polymax for even RBR has some Polymax.
I mean, I have actually very stupidly used PLA Pro for space junk weapon mounts. If you're wondering how that went.
Oh wow.
That's not even the worst one. That's actually the best one.
Well, what's your wall and what's your infill? You got to.
This is a solid piece. It's like
that's
6 walls, all layers.
Okay.
There's another one that actually completely split in half, so it kind of looks like that almost. Just cut all that off, or even down here actually. So you only have this. I don't know where I put it.
Yeah, I don't think Polymax would have done that.
This is the best looking one out of all the PLA Pro mounts that I made and used. I only used it because the color is nice.
Yeah, we went to a fight and they said that we had to use for plastic PLA plus.
Right.
We couldn't use. There was like 3 that you couldn't use. Polymax, I think maybe Duramic, and maybe one of the Overturs or something. So I had to use some kind of PLA plus. So I had to, I don't know, I printed like, I think it was either 8 or 10 walls on the weapon. And it did some damage, but it also cracked, like what you're showing, but not as bad as what you're showing. But yeah, I told Helen we're never gonna go to that fight again if you can't use a prototype of.
Whose event was that? You remember?
No.
I
do.
Interesting.
They don't have that rule. They don't have that rule anymore.
Oh, okay. Generally, if you're following the Spark rules, they allow PLA Plus, PET, PETG, ABS or ASA. Smart people only use PLA Plus. And then, of course, like Roughhouse is saying in the chat right now, Rabid, who hosts events outside of Florida, they allow TPU in plastic cans. There's some event organizers, we don't have this in Florida, but there's some event organizers that will allow other filaments outside of what Spark allows. Like they follow Spark rules, but add additional filaments like TPU or PIBA or HIPS or whatever else. So
yeah,
depends on the event.
I've talked with Darian in the past about, obviously we want to use Spark rules with our events, but if we had some local events like people at the members or people at the makerspace, then I told her, I said, yeah, it'd be awesome to print some TPU plastic, instead of more durable stuff, but we wouldn't be able to use them in competitions, at any of the Palm Beach competitions.
Right.
But I thought, I wonder how cool that would be to have a plastic that was, made out of some of the parts were TPU. You could certainly give a lot of hits and take some hits with that, but
Right, for sure. Well, Roughhouse is asking in the chat, how has ABS endured on some robots? I know one bot runs ABS weapon? No. And it decimates everything. How is that possible? If you want to know how ABS endured on some robots, ABS is the filament that we used for Space Junk's weapon mounts for like a year. And the reason why we quit was because a certain somebody with a certain scalar kit may have blown the weapon right off of Space Junk on a certain occasion.
Oh.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah. Well, at the time, that was what I was doing. But
yeah, in that fight, we were using ABS for weapon uprights, and it was that moment that told me ABS sucks.
Well,
is that the only damage for it? No, absolutely not, because that's not the only time I fought Robert Scalar and he destroyed them, and other people as well have destroyed them.
I mean, it was probably a side hit.
Yeah, you got a really good hit and just took the weapon right off like it was nothing. I mean, nobody's ever completely dislocated Space Junk's weapon. I mean, Darren did a little bit. He broke the weapon mounts and the weapon stopped working and it was a little crooked, but it was still on the robot, technically.
Yeah.
What you did was you completely relocated the weapon.
Yeah.
It was insane. Like, nobody else has ever done that before. So, I should have sent you a build for that, but
I've never tried ABS or
good for you.
Pet G or any of that.
All right.
But sometimes it may be, you need more walls.
Right.
Or you may need to do 100% infill with all your lines, or all your lines going the same way, in other words.
All right. And those ABS weapon mounts that we use were printed by our friend Ari.
Okay.
And he did a really great job with them, but ABS was not the filament of choice for that use.
Yeah, I mean, there's variables, temperatures, and
yeah, and he printed it with like 100% infill and like 6 walls. So
okay,
it was as good as it could have been, but that particular material was not the good material of choice for weapon mounts, or really anything on a combat robot, especially in full combat.
Yeah,
it probably would have been a little better if it was in a plastic amp, because they're not really as destructive, but still. Probably would have sucked even in that. But
yeah, I mean, if you had access to a little CNC mill, then you could have used I don't know, UHMW or something.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I eventually paid Ari to make, was UHMW weapon mounts. They were so much better. They were great. I still have some, actually. Yeah, I have some 3D printed mounts and UHMW mounts.
I made when we first started out, like a lot of people, we had the Viper kits, and I made some the front part of. I used UHMW, and then I got a hold of some titanium. It was hard to work with the titanium. I burned a couple of bits before I realized, go slower, because it heats up so quick. More oil, go slower.
All right.
But once we went to titanium on the tops and on the front wedge, it was much better.
Yeah, good move.
But we started off with UHMW. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. I got it from Palm Beach Bots. I think they still sell that kind of stuff.
So yeah, let me read a couple more comments from the live chat, and then I have another grudge to show. The Troublemaker is the best Polymaker sponsor marketing stunt. That's a funny thing. Polymaker probably is the best Polymaker sponsor marketing stunt. considering Minibot Robotics and Troublemaker in general, is not sponsored by Polymaker. That's the funny part. But yeah, thank you to Polymaker for making such amazing film and making Troublemaker possible, even though that one's not sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we were sponsored on the second event we had in Ocala.
Yeah.
I already had Polymaker in the arena, and we weren't sponsored by him at all.
Right.
So I actually like the stuff myself, the Polymax.
Yeah.
I didn't always use it, but so many other teams had told me, that's what they use, and they were right. It does it for me. It prints so well. It's just such a good product.
Away from Troublemaker. Let's watch another grudge match here. I need to get my head out of 1,000 different places here.
Yeah. Do you have access? You could play, if you had access to it after this video, maybe Killer Parakeet Fighting Heaven.
Oh, yeah. I can pull that up on the Firewolf Robotics YouTube.
Okay.
I'm going to play my other grudge match that I had, and then we'll shift over to that.
I think people might enjoy seeing me get beat up by a girl.
Oh, man. I'm going to laugh if Helen is still in the chat and heard that.
Oh, I thought she was in bed already. She's spying on us.
I don't know if she is. If not, I'm going to clip that and send it to her tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, she has work tomorrow, so I'm still on sick leave, 6 week sick leave.
Say that 5 times fast. That's a new tongue twister.
I can't say it once slow.
Anyway, let's watch this grudge match, because if we don't, I'm going to get sidetracked again.
Okay.
So I introduced a new ferryweight. We did a ferryweight grudge match. Now, this ferry of mine was inspired by a certain robot. I'm sure many of you know who I'm talking about already. This new ferry of mine was inspired by a certain robot that I fought in the Antweight Gladiators finals at Robot Renegades earlier this year. Scoop and Hug, which is an interesting, very unique grabbing style robot. Really good design. I fought it, I think the first time I fought it, it had PLA grabbers, and I just busted one of them in one of the first hits. And I think they learned from that. They started making TPU grabber arms. And they had great success with that at their next event, winning first place and taking down Space Jump in the finals. So I learned from that, and I made a similar robot on the ferryweight scale with TPU grabber arms. Everything else is PLA plus, but the grabbers are in TPU. So let's watch the fight. And this robot that I have built was actually designed by Turnabot, which is a great company for ferryweight products. They make the best N10 motors you could buy.
Yeah,
N10s and
I got
N20s.
where I was buying their N20s.
Yeah, they make them so good. N10s, N20s. I think they even do N30s.
I was using Palulu, and then I started using Turnabot.
Yeah, I highly recommend Turnabot.
Yeah, I did like them.
Yeah. So the Scoop and Hug team happened to be at Thoroughbred Beatdown. They were fighting a couple different robots. They didn't fight Scoop and Hug. I don't even know if they had it with them. They had a couple of their ferry weights. They themselves actually made a ferry weight Scoop and Hug. They had it with them at the event. I was going to grudge that bot. The driver didn't know if it was going to work, so he turned it on and tested it. One of the grabber arms did not work. So I settled for fighting another ferry that they had on hand. This is their vertical spinner robot. On 4 wheels, it is Pixel.
Oh, okay. You know, I didn't.
So
I was busy in the pits. I didn't know that was your robot.
Yep.
The blue one.
Did you see this fight?
I thought it was one of Bill's because he's the one that built Scoopy.
Right.
No,
Right.
dude, we had all four robots in the top 8, and we had 3 in the finals, the top 3. So I was busy in the pits. I didn't, and it was a crazy day. I didn't get out of the pits all day.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this grudge match. This was a very fun grudge match, but yeah, the blue grabber bot is my fairy weight called Thingy. And I'm fighting a 4-wheel drive vert known as Pixel. Let's watch the fight. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've seen this fight. I just didn't realize that was your robot.
1, go.
Oh, good rush.
Ooh, a good little grab right there.
I'm trying to use their own strategy against them. This is hilarious. I loved every second of this.
Was Finn driving?
I got a good hit there. I don't remember. I think the young boy Finn is driving.
Boy,
he's a great driver.
He is.
If they zoom out, if the camera zooms out and shows, I could tell you.
Yeah.
It's either Bill or his son, I believe, Finn.
Yeah, Finn.
Ooh, a good grab right there.
Yeah, it's either Bill or Finn, but I'm not sure. Watching it struggle to self-right is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
Boogie, and now he's got Pixel in his arms. He can take him wherever he wants now.
This was a lot of fun.
Take him to the ranch. 1 minute left on the clock between Thingy and Pixel. Pixel running on his head. And Thingy lining up for another grab. Ooh, very aggressive. Got him by the body. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a huge slam. And now he's got him
Now Pixel's right side up again.
Your robot has 2 N10 motors.
Yep.
Terrible eyesight.
Tell you what are they? 30 to 1s. Pretty fast.
They are. I can tell you the RPMs. It's 1,650 RPMs.
Okay.
I need to switch to 1,200 RPM because these things are too fast.
Very close. Pixel will gyro away, and we're in the final 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I keep oversteering because it's so fast.
What are your tires? Are they Lego tires?
They are not. I'll show you after the video ends, actually.
Okay.
All right.
We had good luck with the Lego tires on.
I popped a wheelie right there celebrating.
You think Pixel won? Make some noise. You think Thingy won? Make some noise. And your winner by audience demand, Pixel.
There's Bill right there. He built Scoop and Hug.
Oh, well, he's always going to be standing next to Finn during a fight.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if he was driving or not, but
yeah,
probably Finn.
So I'm going to switch over to sharing a different tab that I have now opened. So this is the Turnabot website, and I'm going to find those wheels. So this is turnabot.com.
Oh,
not a sponsor. Yeah, that's actually an upgraded version of the robot that they sell as a kit. The one that I was fighting was an old version of the same thing that they put on Thingiverse. So I didn't buy the actual kit, otherwise it would have been better. It would have performed better, but let's go all parts until we find it. There it is, right there. So these are the wheels that I'm using. These are turbo torque wheels, they call them.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Which I think I talked about these on a previous live stream, but they're like genius designs. I really like these. And look how strong it is, too.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That's only part of the wheel.
Yeah.
That's the wheel itself, but
yeah.
They're pretty good and they're really well designed for sure.
That's just the upper right hand corner. That's just the spacer. How you space it to the body.
Oh yeah, that piece right there.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. And then this piece right here, you can see my mouse, right?
It's a compression.
Yeah, so it just screws into the middle of the wheel to tighten it down onto the shaft.
The D shaft, yeah, compression fit. Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the tool you use it to tighten that down.
Okay, I see. That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then these show you what it's like when that piece is on the wheel. So, yeah, I really like it. I like the design. So yeah, there's that. I really like those wheels. They're good for ferry weights using their in-10 motors. Great combination. Let's do a few things. I'm currently working on pulling up the Firewolf Robotics channel to find certain fights that you mentioned.
Yeah,
Helen and Killer Parakeet, right? That's one we wanted to watch.
Well, yeah, that way it shows the same. It's two identical robots with different drivers.
Right.
And
this was a good fight too.
Yeah, not for me. but she went on to win the tournament. So
yeah,
I got beat, but I got beat by the person that got first and either second and third. I lost to one of the Walpole or one of them, King Walpole.
Yeah.
But I'm not embarrassed about that. I got beat by some very good robots.
Yeah, it happens. And then we can also see Caden right here with his arms in the air for whatever reason. He's your CAD guy that designed them. He did fantastic.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong with your robots, you can always blame him.
Yeah, I need to learn CAD. The way I learn is somebody has to show me.
Right. I get that too. That's how I learned CAD.
Yeah. So I need to find somebody local and have them spend a couple hours with me, maybe 2 or 3 times.
I actually took a virtual CAD class from Jacob Rogers.
Okay, I know him.
That's how I learned.
Yeah.
But for now, let's watch the fight. Let's see what happens between Helen and Killer Parakeet. This was the first round of the elimination bracket.
Yeah. 2 identical robots, just different colors.
Yeah. Here we go. And we've got a train joining us.
Yeah, these are our new robots that we debuted for this event. We're gonna do some tweaking and
yeah, for sure. Now they're screaming.
Yeah, we typically run about half throttle on most of our fights. But yeah, somebody turned theirs up. I don't know if it was me or Helen, my wife Helen. They were there too. It was probably me because I'm getting whooped. Oh, I got a good hit there, Homer.
That was a very good hit.
doing the circle thing.
Yeah.
Circle of confusion. Okay, I'm in there a little bit.
You're both putting up a very good fight.
Yeah, see how she just hooked around me? That was a good move.
Yeah.
I taught her that.
3, 2, 1. Now it goes to the judges.
Yeah.
And Killer Parakeet won that fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear myself think now. Those things were screaming.
Yeah, they weren't even turned all the way up. Even the drive motors, I was only running the drive motors at maybe 60%.
That's the really scary thought there.
Yeah, 4S. It's a 4S.
Oh, yeah, that would also explain it. But those are terrifying robots. Now, these robots, they were brand new. This was your first time fighting these new plastic ants.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, on the scale of, say, 0 to 10, how confident were you in these new plastic ants heading into the event?
Honestly, I was very confident in it. I was very confident that we would do well. The first time we ran them, they took and gave hits. Obviously, I made a mistake. I didn't use any Loctite or I didn't torque mine. Hers held together. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was going to go back and torque them and I forgot, because that's what I do sometimes. Hers stayed in. My robot was the only one that the screws backed out. That was my first loss. I don't know, King Wapole, or I think that's who it was. I was fighting him. He's a great robot. But I had a lot of confidence in these because they also drive similar to what we've been running with the RBR and the Parakeet Lord. They have the same guts, the same, all the electronics. Obviously, the weapon motor's different. And but the top on these robots fit RBR and Parakeet Lord, so they're very similar. That's what I wanted, was something very similar to what we already had.
Right.
It definitely makes it easy for spare parts when you're running the same drive motors and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The weapon motors are much different.
Yeah. Now, is there, while I've got this pulled up,
with Basil, your choice?
Let's see, where did you find? Oh, there's Parakeet Lord and Fluorine. There's RBR and Fluorine. Which one was a better fight?
I'm not sure.
And then there's their RBR and Clown.
Does it say final?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good fight. You can play
Let's watch that one.
This is the finals.
All right, let the final battle of Thoroughbred.
She had such a great, Basil had a great tournament that day.
Yeah.
Our second fight, I got her the first time. I remember not driving very well.
So this is the full combat ant weights.
Yeah.
RBR and Clown. Nasty hit there from Clown.
Oh yeah, she was hitting me. Yeah, at the end of the day, we were both beaten and bruised.
There's the sparks on the floor you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's a wood floor. Now, why can't I flip over? I've been flipping over all day. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a hit. And she bounced over me. That was cool. There we go. Oh yeah. So we used to have the scalar bots that was based off of. So we know what they can do and what maybe they can't do.
Right.
Oh, what happened there?
She has a busted weapon now. And wheel.
Yeah, it was really weird to be able to penetrate enough to knock that out because it's buried.
Yeah.
It's buried in there.
You destroyed her motor.
Well, it's the finals. There's no holding back.
Pause.
There, it finally got over.
She got her blade stuck in the 2x4 railing.
Yeah.
There's Hal, the referee.
Yep. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's actually going to come to the maker space and teach a soldering class.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's super cool.
That's something I should attend.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right, runners, are you ready to resume? All right.
Yeah, she's badly wounded, but they don't get that team.
Yeah.
They don't give up. They'll fight to it.
Her weapon's back.
Yes.
She's got some wires popping out because of the drive motor.
Yeah.
You got a fork bending.
Yes, I do.
And her weapon gone.
Well, maybe it's almost over, I think.
Stop it. Stop it. She's already dead.
Yeah, I had to police the crowd a little bit.
Wait, let's stop.
No, keep going.
Oh, okay, there it goes.
Watch this.
Okay. I just heard
Look how
counting.
mean I can be.
Are you kidding? Robert.
Well,
oh, jeez.
and that's something. And she's got two brothers there that could beat me up.
They better be careful doing that. That was a crazy fight.
Yeah. So yeah, I went undefeated.
I see you, Jonathan.
Undefeated.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, well, that's what we all go to these for, to do our best. And
you put on a great show in that fight and all of your fights, really.
I'll tell you, a lot of these fights are won in the pits.
Yeah.
I was in the pits all day.
Yeah. Sometimes your toughest battles at robotics competitions are not fought inside the arena.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, a lot of it's between your ears too.
Yeah. Wolfman Crowbarm says the horizontal was getting the good side of the exchanges early on. What a comeback. Yeah, that's so true. A clown was getting some amazing hits to start, and you really came back and tore her up pretty good.
Yeah, she was having a really good day.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. I want to give a shout out to Basil and her entire family of Half-Baked Robotics. They competed 2 weeks prior to this event, and that very horizontal robot of hers, Clown, won first place at InfinityCon, hosted by Jacob Rogers and the Dropkick Dojo. Yeah. So heading into this event, she had just won first place 2 weeks prior, and now she's runner-up 2 weeks later. That's amazing. Like almost back-to-back podiums.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't make Tallahassee. I had the surgery 2 weeks before that, and Helen had a big archery tournament.
Yeah.
So we couldn't make that one.
Yeah, she's been doing really well. Happy to see her win and take second 2 weeks after. But yeah, that was a good fight. I definitely recommend everybody watching this go check out Firewolf Robotics on YouTube, because these fights are amazing.
Yeah,
I won't play all the fights, but they're amazing.
I know there are fights, but they are good fights, most of them.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pushing buttons. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm pushing buttons.
Yeah, I wonder where's Darren's at. He was at
He's pretty quiet. Yeah.
He got fourth.
Yeah, he did pretty well too.
Yeah, what in the Ant Pro, I was able to take first. Clown that you just saw, she took second, and my wife took third with Parakeet Lord.
Right.
And then Darren took fourth. Him and Helen had a fight. I mean, you could play that one if you had time.
All right.
That way we got Darren in there. I was hoping he would come in, but
Parakeet Lord and Florine, or RBR and Florine?
Parakeet Lord.
All right.
And,
let's get that pulled out.
Florine. He's made some really good improvements to that robot in the last couple months, but in the last year and a half, he's continued changes that are working.
Darren actually debuted a new version of Florine that has a thinner chassis. It's wider, it's more compact.
Yeah.
So front to back, it's thinner. Side to side, it's wider. It turned out to be a great upgrade for him. He did really well.
Yeah, he just got a new weapon bar, a 6-inch. 6-inch AR 600.
Yeah, and it's lighter than the one that he used here at this event, so that's a good upgrade as well. Darren's always making Florine a lot better.
Yeah, he's made some good upgrades.
So yeah, let's see how this upgraded design worked for Florine, and see what Parakeet Lord can do to the new design.
2, 1. The time has started. 2 minutes on the clock.
He didn't say fight robots fight, so they hesitated on this point.
Our drivers were paying attention.
Yep, that's it.
There we go.
Good hit. Darren doing a good job trying to get to the back.
Oh.
Nasty hit from Helen. Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one. We were able to get some good lucky hits on him that day. And Darren got some good hits there.
Oh yeah, he can.
He'll tell you he can't drive, but he can. He just
he can.
I know.
I tell you what, he's a very skilled driver. He underestimates himself. If he could boost his self-confidence, he would win a lot more championships.
This is why he doesn't like wood.
Yeah.
There's been some talk of us upgrading the steel, but
that's going to be pretty pricey.
The steel go over the 2x4 like a 3.5 inch.
Still, that has a price tag to it. But 3, 2, 1, go. There, he says, fight robots fight.
See, he's making a comeback. Ooh, good driving. There it is.
Good hits.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he's slowing down. He lost his
He's only down to one wheel.
Yeah. Now's the time to be patient and just pick your shots if there's time.
5, 4, 3.
One more hit.
2, 1.
Nope, don't get it.
Yeah, what a match indeed. And this was a battle for third place in the full combat ants, and Parakeet Lord went third.
That was both of their last fights, and then Clown and I went at it. And
we got another train. I was wondering where the trains were at the start of the stream, and they have definitely been making themselves known.
Yeah, I see.
Quiet out there.
Yeah, I see what Wolfman has some comments about. Using the, cutting some of the 4x8, which I definitely have thought of that, and I don't have any spares or anything to do that with. There will be a time where we will. Yeah,
I hate polycarbonate kick plates. I hate them.
Do you really?
I really do.
Okay, why?
They're made for walls, not kick plates. Steel, even I'll take wood over polycarb. I mean, I've never seen an arena with polycarbonate railings that I would actually like fighting in, to be honest, because they're terrible. I mean, even on battle bots, because polycarb is not made for kick plates. I mean, even on battle bots, they have to use a different material, and they put their polycarb over that material. So you have to have a better material that's going to be lower to the floor and taking more direct hits. Polycarb, you have to put it higher where it's not going to take as many direct hits. Even then, it breaks.
Yeah. Well,
I do agree with this one comment from Wolfman that just came in. Polycarb kicks are better for audience visibility.
Yes. That's what good thing. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about them.
Yeah, you could see better through it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could always just do one side. Currently you can see we have a small building that we're in. So,
I mean, having your wood 2x4s, they're like 4 inches off the ground, and honestly, 4 inches tall. I mean, that's not really harming the visibility from spectators. To be honest.
A 2x4's 3.5 inches, but there's a 1x2 on top. Because there was going to be a gap. There was going to be a gap between the Lexan and the 2x4. There's a gap. Well, what happens? The robots get in the gap, and then they get hung up. So I eliminated that by putting a 1x2 there, and screwing it down. And I ran a bead of caulking at the bottom of the 2x4. There's a thick bead of caulking, so you notice nobody's forks are getting caught underneath the 2x4.
Right.
I put that caulking in, and it was able to cure out. Basically, it's I don't know. I don't remember what caulking I used. I don't think it was like a latex. It might have been.
That's good, because I actually, multiple times I've gotten stuck between the railing and the floor.
Yes.
I mean, that even happened in this exact arena that you're running. It happened at Maker Faire before you bought this arena.
Yeah, and that's what we did.
It's a good upgrade. Good job.
We upgraded it because you're right. When it was down at Orlando Maker Faire and we used it 2 years ago, that was the last time it was used before I bought it.
Right.
It came up for sale at that event, and we put our name in the hat to we were the third in line to buy this arena. And the other two, it didn't work out. I got the call. I drove all the way to Andy's house. 250 miles. But we knew we wanted to do something in Ocala.
Right.
And we've had 2 great fights, and now we're starting a robot club at the Makerspace. So,
and the Maker Collective opened their Makerspace at the right time for you to be able to do this, and they've been very gracious hosts and allowing you to host your competitions in their Makerspace.
They're amazing people.
Oh yeah,
they both have some skill sets.
Oh yeah.
Extraordinary, and they're artists, they're creators, they're free thinking people. They're they're a lot of fun to be around.
Yeah. Yeah, I always enjoy going over there. I've only been there for the 2 competitions you've hosted, but I've enjoyed both of my visits and getting to know them and talk with them, some of them in between the events as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing people.
It's like 4.1 miles from my house. So.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah. So Wednesday.
It's like probably 100 for me.
On Wednesdays, they have like almost like an open house. And so I'll drop in there on Wednesdays and visit, and I'm able to talk to Darian. We talk about our future plans and how we think things are going to go and what we want to do, and it's,
right.
I am hoping I can grow with them, because they're going to outgrow the building. I mean, we're only showing one room, but there's more rooms. There's a woodworking room. There's a sewing room, and a technology room where there's like, I would say 5 3D printers. And,
the tech room is actually where we had our tech crew for running the brackets, the live stream, that kind of stuff. That's where we were located, and was the tech room, which you can actually, if you look close enough behind the audience, I'm still sharing my screen from the fight we just watched. If you pay attention behind the audience, I'll get my mouse involved. Right over here, you can see light coming in from a doorway. That's where the tech room is.
Yeah.
And so that's where some of the crew members were for this event, for running the live stream, for brackets, that kind of stuff. And then if we go to the opposite end, you can't see it on camera, but over here, that's where you can walk into the other room where they're woodworking and sewing more.
Yeah, there's a restroom,
main room.
A small there's 2 restrooms there. So they got, running water restrooms, some air conditioning, and they just started in January, and actually during our fights, people were dropping in. I guess somehow they got word of mouth, maybe through Facebook, and they actually picked up some new members.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, that's a good small venue for these small competitions, and of course, eventually they'll outgrow, and I'm sure, should they ever move to a bigger facility and you be able to host your competitions in their bigger facility, maybe we could expect to see bigger competitions, maybe more increased capacities, maybe. That would be exciting to see.
Well, right. We still have one arena, but we have the 4x4. So at that point, there would be if we had more room, there would be a possibility of maybe having a ferry class to go along in the 4x4.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it's
and you can run your ants and your plastic ants in the 8x8, and you can run ferries at the same time in the 4x4 arena.
Yeah,
that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, and like I said, we'll definitely, if there's going to be another event like you ran down in Tampa, we would bring the 4x4 for the ferries, and then you could use that,
and that would help. That would be a big help.
Yeah, I think it would go well.
Yeah. So yeah, Thoroughbred Beatdown was a lot of fun. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We've been live for
a while,
almost 3 hours.
Oh, Roughhouse asked, why is it called Thoroughbred Beatdown? Jonathan, you came up with that, right?
Actually, Helen came up with that name.
Oh, okay.
And she did a great job with naming the event and coming up with an English name. Because if you've heard any of her robot names,
former robot names,
former, the ones before parakeets.
Marion came up with the first one.
Yeah, she came up with March McMadness, and then I had suggested to her, hey, what about Helen's idea? She came up with Thoroughbred Beatdown. So for that, Thoroughbred has to do with the horse theme, because Marion County is known for horses.
Yeah.
At least as far as I've heard, because I've actually, fun fact, there's only been 2 separate days in my life that I've ever stepped foot in Marion County, and both of them were for your competitions, by the way. So just based off what I've heard of Ocala and Marion County, there's a lot of horses there.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of large horse farms, in the thousands of acres. And there was a lot of thoroughbreds. Now that's just Pasafinos, thoroughbreds. I don't know. Just,
I mean, the thoroughbreds really showed up to beat down their opponents at this event.
So our next event, we're looking at February 13th. So the theme of that one would be some kind of not Thanksgiving. St. Valentine's Massacre. I don't know. Darian was talking about some kind of name like that. So whatever nice. Y'all come up with, I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as it's, within, fairly good taste. We don't want any.
Yeah.
I'm from here and from Ocala and still live here.
Yeah.
So we can't have anything too crazy.
I actually suggested to Helen at one point, what if we stuck with the name Thoroughbred Beatdown, and then the next one can be called Thoroughbred Beatdown 2, and then after that 3, and so on, and then the numbers, you can spell them in the Roman numerals, so it'd be Thoroughbred II, so on. And then she actually came back with a suggestion. What about do that for the summer events? That could be a good idea.
Yeah. Well, we were hoping to have about 4 events a year, but again, like I've already said, we want to work around the other promoters. We want to work around whatever Andy's doing with Palm Beach Bots, and Jacob's doing at the Dropkick.
Right.
So, for me, it's going to be best to work with everybody, not that we're going to work against each other, but
right, for sure.
We want to. We're all friends, and so we want to work with each other. Originally, we wanted sometime in October, but Jacob's going to have an event October 10th.
Yeah, that should be a good event.
I mean, I had something going on that weekend, so I can't go to his. I do a lot of stuff in October and November.
Yeah.
Outside of work and robots.
I'm going to read a couple more comments from the live chat, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
From Roughhouse Robotics, any chance of there being fairies fighting, or is that not on the radar? So for fairies, they're kind of, I like seeing fairies, but I do agree with some people in saying that they can be a little boring to watch in an 8x8 arena, because those arenas that size are usually made for beetles. But fairies, they need their own smaller arena, something like a 4x4,
right?
Which
we have.
Robert, you have.
Yeah.
If you had the space to put that thing inside and more space for pit tables for teams that just do fairies, we could run a fairy class. Like we're talking about, maybe if Maker Collective gets a bigger venue.
Right. We don't have that currently.
Right. Maybe for grudges you can. That's what I did. For any competing teams that want to have a fairy grudge, bring it. That's what I did. Fairies really only fight at Amrock Fab Lab events in Tampa, and then Andy has gone back to fighting them once a year. He doesn't like fairies, but he fights them once a year, and I think it's a 4x4, either that or a 3x3, but I think it's 4x4. So that'll be at his March event next year.
Yeah, Roughhouse. Marion County calls themselves the horse capital of the world. and there was some disagreement from, I think it was Lexington area. So they came to an agreement, I believe, that they can both say they're the horse capitals of the world.
Mm.
I don't have any horses. My family has cattle, so
Yeah.
No cowboy. We're not cowboys, but we have horses. We have four-wheelers and golf carts.
We definitely have we have plenty of teams in Florida that build ferries, just not enough events to run them at. So that's why it's kind of been a dying class in Florida, which I hate to see that. Andy's given them a chance to fight, usually once a year now, starting this year.
Yeah.
And then you can go to Tampa whenever they host an event in Tampa, which is usually once or twice a year. And then in Tampa events, if it works out and you can bring your 4x4, that would be spectacular.
Yeah, the beauty of a 4x4 is it fits in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Along with 2 sawhorses.
I mean, which that you could easily, and you keep that assembled. You never disassemble that, right? You never tear it down.
No.
Right. So with that, you can easily transport it the day of the event, set it up, and in time for us to do some of the safety inspections for the ferries, and then throw it in your truck afterwards. That's a quick setup if you're just putting the arena on 2 sawhorses.
Yeah. I was going to put some wheels under it, but if I did, I would still unbolt it from the wheels that I had in mind.
Right.
And if I took it to Tampa, then it would be on sawhorses. But the arena is complete. It's built, ready to go.
Right. I actually have a funny idea. Somebody actually brought a 3x3 arena to a Tampa event a couple of years ago. I was a referee at this event. You weren't there, but I was a referee. One of the teams bought their 3x3, and that's what the ferries fought in. That was fun to see ferries fight in that. And they had it to where you have the door on one side, and the wheels were mounted on the complete opposite side of the doors.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how often those wheels get used in transportation. I think it would be funny to build a small 3x3 or 4x4 arena, put wheels on the opposite side of the doors. And so you have when you're moving it, you have the wheels on the floor. The door handles are facing up. And how you move it is you wheel it on the floor. But what you do is that you attach a dog leash to one of the door handles. And you pull it around using that. How stupid would that be?
It's heavier than you think. It has 3/4 inch plywood.
The dog leash will probably snap unless it's a heavy duty one.
But yeah, this arena, the 4x4 did have wheels under it. On the 2-foot side, it has doors that are opposite of each other. So it has 2 doors, one on one side, one on the other. And then one of the sides that doesn't have doors had some small wheels, like caster type wheels.
Yeah.
I didn't put them on. I didn't put them on because mainly because 2 of them were lost and I didn't get all 4 wheels, but I had some other plans I thought would be better. I actually have bought some wheels that wheels, and I have an axle and everything. I was going to do something, but life gets in the way. I have a lot of projects, and Brandon and I are going to work on it, but we'll make it to where we can take it off of whatever we build. Think of it more like a wheelbarrow. We're going to have handles, and we can roll it up in the trailer and not have to use the sawhorses. In other words, it takes 3 people to move that thing right now. 1 for the sawhorses, 2 to grab the thing and get it out of the trailer.
Right.
If it's on wheels, I have a ramp trailer, enclosed ramp trailer. one person could probably unload it, but it may take two to push it uphill, or one young guy like you or Ari or somebody that's not broken down like me.
Roughhouse Robotics says, I was not expecting to hear pet combat robot cage during this live stream. There you go. Expect the unexpected when you tune into these live streams, because I'm like a magician just pulling things out of my hat, except even I don't know what to expect. Even I don't know what I'm going to pull out of my own hat. But overall, in closing, this was a fun competition. Thank you for hosting this event. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That goes to you and Helen, if you're probably not watching, but to you and Helen, thank you for this fun competition, and to the Marion County Maker Collective for allowing you to host the competition.
Yeah, and the Polymaker was super generous. With their donation.
Yeah, for sure. All the winners got a pretty decent prize from Polymaker. Some really good coupons.
We got 3 of the 6, so
that was rigged. You rigged your own competition to steal half the prizes. Rigged. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I guess watch the fights on our YouTube channel, and there was some that was close, and I was surprised that we pulled it out, but they were close. So.
Yeah, for sure. Great fights that you had, and one last thing, further request of Roughhouse Robotics, can you pull out a banana katana? I randomly decided to 3D print a banana sword called a Nana Katana.
Yeah, I think that's
and nobody's let me hear the end of it. Here you go. I pulled out the banana katana.
Okay, yeah, I have seen that.
So there you have it. Good way to end the stream. And now it doesn't want to go back in. Probably because I'm doing something wrong. There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't break it. Okay. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, thanks Roughhouse for coming in with us.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody for watching this. Live viewers are why I keep doing these live streams. And special guests like you, Robert, are why I do these live streams. So thank you for joining.
Yeah, I was surprised. I seem to have a lot of energy today.
That's good. I love energetic guests.
6 weeks of sick leave, so I've got a lot of pent up energy apparently.
Yeah, I love having energetic and talkative guests. That makes these live streams a lot more entertaining. So, but yeah, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to Robert for joining, and to the Marion County Maker Collective.
Yeah,
I see amazing opportunity.
I see Nick lightly threatening us. He's got a katana. Yeah.
Oh, does he now?
He always has something.
I love to see it. But we'll see that at a future event. Thoroughbred Beatdown was amazing. And of course, as always, come back in 2 weeks. We'll have another live stream here regarding another upcoming event that we're attending.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, and to the sponsors of Team Jupiter Robotics, thank you for everything that you do. Polymaker, Send Cut Send, and 48 Designs. Thank you all. And any final thoughts from you, Robert, about this event as we end?
Dude, I've already said it all. But yeah, again, these events takes a lot of people to put them on, a lot of time that people may not realize that goes into these days, weeks, months ahead of these fights.
Yeah.
And, it's awesome when I can go to a place like one of Andy's fights, pay my money, go in, fight, and leave. Well,
it's always amazing.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on before and after these fights that people may not realize that it's a pretty big deal to do this.
Oh yeah.
Without volunteers and the fighters, it takes all of us to do this.
Yeah. And I definitely second what Nick has just said in the live chat. Thank you for all you do, Robert.
Well,
it was a great competition.
Yeah. Well, pat yourself on the back because you've done quite a bit of work on these things.
Yeah. I'm happy to have the opportunity to help you with your competition. So, and I'm glad I could be a help.
Yeah. If it becomes a burden for you, let me know. Let me know.
In that case, would it be fair if I just send you a bill in the mail for a few $100? Just for my troubles.
If it's okay if I send a rubber check.
Or a 3D printed one.
Yeah.
That's why you need to get an AMS.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a fun event. I look forward to the next one. It's going to be a great event.
Yep. And yep. And yeah, Texas Roadhouse. We went there Friday. First time I ever ordered a pork chop at Texas Roadhouse. Usually get a good steak, but we wanted to get something different, so I got pork chops and Helen got salmon. I can tell you,
very cool.
I'm going to order steak next time.
There we go with the Texas Roadhouse mentions. Yep. He said the line. Yep, Texas Roadhouse. There you go. You got your one Texas Roadhouse.
Yep.
All is right in the world.
Yep. We went to the Bear Archery Factory. We went to Bass Pro Shop. And then we hit up Texas Roadhouse for lunch.
Where else? I had some people, as everybody was packing up and leaving Thoroughbred Beatdown, there were a few of them that, of course, attended Thoroughbred Beatdown and March Madness. They were telling me that, they were telling me great job in running the event. And they were telling me, you did such a good job. And this one was run more smoothly than the first one. Now, of course, I appreciate their comments that they had told me. But in my head, I disagreed with them because I was more nervous for this event considering we had more people showing up. We had more teams showing up.
Yeah.
So more robots can make it a little more hectic in trying to run it. And so I was more nervous heading into this one than the first one. And there were some things that happened. It wasn't necessarily a perfect event, but name one perfect event. I'll wait. It's takes a lot of people, and like you said, and there's always a few bumps in the road. There were some imperfections with the event and running it, but if those that participated disagree with that statement, that's a good thing.
I thought the first event went very well for a first event, and that's why we charged $10 because we didn't know what was going to happen or not happen.
Right.
So it was $10. The last one we did 20 because we felt like we were going to put on a great event, which I think it went very well.
And there was a lot more interest too this time around.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we got one last train to end the stream. How many trains have we had tonight?
3.
You actually keep count?
I can count to 3.
There you have it. But anyways, this was a fun live stream and a very fun competition. Great turnout. I'm excited for the next one. So yeah, thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you, Robert, for joining and for the amazing event. I am excited for the next one, but until then, I'll be back in 2 weeks for the next live stream. Yep. So tune into that.
Okay.
So thank you for joining, and we'll see everybody next time.